guys! Welcome back to our channel, and today we thought we'd do a video on mental illness doesn't discriminate.
So this came from, I'm sure many people have seen, James Middleton, so Pippa and Kate Middleton's brother, has come out saying that he suffered from depression. It's quite interesting because in Mum's book she always says about how it doesn't discriminate and how it can affect anyone regardless of like age, gender, social background, sexuality, just
the whole
anything.
Spectrum,
yeah, regardless of absolutely anything.
Animal. It can. I watched Lewis the Room.
What animals can get depression?
Yeah.
No, I know rabbits can.
Anyway, yeah, but animals can, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so no, it's quite interesting. So James Middleton wrote an essay for the Daily Mail about his struggles with depression, basically, and he's written in here, "I know I'm richly blessed and live a privileged life, but it did not make me immune to depression," which is really, basically, it just says exactly what like Mum tries to write in her books and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's so true. And I think there's a quote and it says, oh, what is it? It's be kind because you never know what someone else is going through. That's not the quote, but it's something like that. And I think that's so important because you never know what people are struggling with. And
and also going back to James Middleton, as he said, he has come from a privileged life, and you don't often put depression with them sort of, not categories, but you often think, well, maybe it's someone that doesn't have a lot of money, that doesn't have support. You know, you often think depression hits them kind of people when, and you do kind of think, I remember watching a video, I can't remember who it was, and she's quite a successful YouTuber, and she said, you know, I know I'm really privileged and I know I've got a platform and I know I'm, you know, quite successful, but today I just feel a bit down. And she was like, I know it sounds really bad, but I just feel down today. And so many people don't talk about it. I think maybe because they're afraid, maybe the stigma again with...
I think it's easy to quickly judge whether you're realising you're doing it or not. Like people who are successful, or like, for example, he comes from, you know, a very privileged background. It's quickly to be like, oh, he's got an amazing life, like he must be so happy.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes, you don't, it's just like, don't judge. But then it's not until things like this come out that you think,
exactly,
oh my God, like,
I didn't know that.
His life must be so different to many people. I mean, being part of the royal family, that's such a small percentage.
Yeah.
But anyone can suffer with depression. It's an illness of the mind. It's not something you can, you know, change or anything. So.
Yeah, I mean, I do think, you know, things you go through and your environment and people you're with have an effect. But at the same time, any environment can have an effect. It doesn't have to be a certain environment sort of thing.
Yeah. I was just looking if there's anything. I think just have a look at the essay that he wrote on the Daily Mail. It's on loads of, this is the Huffington Post actually, but it's on loads of things. And it's just quite interesting what he says. And it's just like the things he says is like anyone else suffering depression. Like he's not suffering it in a different way.
Well, you kind of put them on like a pedestal and you think they're invincible, don't you? And you think, wow, they've got everything, nothing's going to touch them, and you sort of forget they're human and they have human thoughts and stuff. So yeah, it was just an interesting video we thought we'd do.
And he refers to mental illness as it's an illness, a cancer of the mind, which is something in Sam's upcoming like poetry book.
Upcoming poetry book.
Yes, that's how you
shout out.
It's funny. Sam feels like she's referred to mental illness like a cancer of the mind as well. So it's obviously something.
Because it's sort of like, what do you compare it to? Like, you try and put physical illness and mental illness together. You want them to be in the same bracket, and you want them to be both looked at the same and have the same treatment and the same not responsibility, severeness and severity. And the only thing I mean, I haven't been through cancer, but we've had close relatives and friends and family who have been through it. And you see what they go through, and the only thing I could compare it was something like cancer, imagine what it would feel like in the head if your thoughts were cancerous. Does that make sense? Like the pain that you'd be going through.
Yeah.
Imagine that. But they have to fight through that, and you know, there's no chemo, there's no actual cure. They have to be that cure. So that's what you kind of have to think about, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
But
anyway, so we thought we'd just sort of do that one, and it just makes us all aware really that anyone can suffer from mental illness. I know deep down we all know it, but you still, I think, have that sort of slight...
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for listening to this video. We hope it's helpful, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.